to give some context, right? I'm sober 13 and a half years, right? And from alcohol and drugs. So I know what it's like to be addicted. And, the freedom for me came when I was finally like, this is it. Like, I'm done. Like, here's what I've done. You get involved with a program, you kind of work through it that way. And then you're freer than ever. You have this life beyond your wildest dreams. Pete never got there. In your psychology, was he because you mentioned it, that tornado of addiction, gambling wise, was he just such a sick guy, like so addicted to gambling that he was never able to get there? Because even for me, that's more understandable. I can't tell you how many people I know that have just never been able to break free from alcohol and drug addiction because the pull is so strong.
I think the pull was strong for him. It does continue well after his banishment. We're now playing dime store psychologist here on Pete Rose. But my belief is that he simply couldn't be weak. He couldn't be vulnerable. And again, Pete, when you're trapped in that addiction, the first thing you have to do to find a way out is to be honest with yourself, be honest with others, and admit that you need help. And Rose couldn't do it. He's raised in this, post-war time in America, by a very quintessential post-war American working class dad, a tough father, the kind of man who doesn't say he loves you, the kind of man who demands things. Rose grows up in that house wanting to please this father, cannot be vulnerable, cannot be weak. And I think ultimately that was what doomed him to failure off the field.